When I think of the Todd name, my grandfather built his way up, taught at numerous schools, and rose up through administration, and he was always proud of Dallas, and he wanted to make sure the schools that he were at were known for not only being good in athletics, but also in academics also. He was big on academics. Going to high school every day, seeing his picture in the hallway, it was kind of like pressure growing up when you were younger, but as I got older, I learned to embrace it, and I also learned that everybody has to blaze their own trail. He may have been an administrator, and I didn't want to be an administrator. I wanted to be a football coach. So what I tried to do is make sure I did the best job I could do, and I think he'd be proud of where I put the Todd name as far as coaching football and helping kids. I actually received a scholarship to play football, so I went to Texas Southern University in Houston. Then it came a time I knew it was time for me to come on back home, and I went right back. I walked in, talked to Coach Samples. I said, I'm looking for a job. I want to be a coach and a teacher. He said, let's walk to the front office. They told me what I need to do, and I got the process started at that point. The biggest thing for us is telling people never look down on where you're from. Even if you do move away, where you're from somehow puts you in a position to be where you're at. And I think the biggest thing that we got to understand is that it's all right to come home. Now, I'm the first coach, I think, in the last 5 coaches that's been there past 3 years. When you start getting that continuity year after year, people start to trust you and be like, okay, we can send our kids here, we can take them back home, because we know he has a bigger purpose than just about a paycheck. We had some inklings that we felt we had a chance to be very good, but the thing we always looked at on that schedule was it's an Alito somewhere out there. So, we felt we had a chance. We got the Elverman game was our first game, first round. We never were worried or anything like that during the game. We just knew we had to lock in and we'd get it done. Second round, I knew the kids were motivated for Frisco. I knew there was no way we were going to lose that game. Now we talking about Alito, round 3. And our whole mindset was, we got to do this on our own. And we went out there and the kids played a great first half. We fought them hard in the second half. Alito took the lead. And it showed what our team was really made of. We were down, but we wasn't shook. So our kids stayed calm and we had to prevail, and that ball bounced our way this time. Once we beat Alito, Lovejoy was just in the way. Liberty Hill, which was a good team with a different field, was in the way. But what I wanted the kids to see, and like I told them even before the playoffs started, you keep winning and then watch how much deeper the stands get. Watch how much more people want to buy in now. Going to the Alito game, we had a police escort. And I mean, like, those kids saw the freeways getting shut down. And it was a time where they were like, man, what he's been telling us is actually factual. I feel like, we as coaches, we were prophets this year because we said things that happened long before they happened. And then that's how the slogan came after Alito. It's already written. And at that point, once we started saying that, it was no worry. The kids were locked in. No matter what happened, we stayed locked in. I think a lot of those kids, right now, they don't know what they did. Even when we won the state championship, they celebrated, but they were like, okay, well, now what's next? And I told them it won't hit them now. But what I told them that when this city is all done and this world is gone, what they did will live forever. The South Oak Cliff legacy, we're not finished yet. We're still motivated. And it's not even so much about the state championship, that's just more for the other people. It's about getting these kids the opportunity to go to school or a kid to use football and athletics as a vehicle to pursue other things in life and also relate back to them. And, these kids go through a lot. Like I said, last year we had a kid who went in his mother's room before he was going to school and his mother had passed away. Well, you pop up to this week, we had a kid on our team, went in his mother's room a couple of nights ago and she was gone. And that's what I tell a lot of people. We deal with real life issues, so 4th and 1 versus Alito is no pressure to us because we dealing with 4th and 1 against real life all the time. As far as my legacy, I feel like my purpose in Dallas, I answered the call, not to anybody else, to myself. Based on what we accomplished, I feel like we're a legend. And that's what I'm saying, it's bigger than me because it took every piece. Because you take one piece of the puzzle away, you may don't solve the puzzle. When I walk to the podium, I'm not the one that want to go up there by myself. Nah, I want to know everybody. We gonna look like a rap group when we walk up there. In the locker room, the kids, they actually crack jokes on me now. They be like, oh, Todd crying in pregame, and they get in the lunchroom. I be sitting at the table, they'll act it out and stuff like that. But like I always tell them, I'm being real. And you know, some stuff just touches you because it means something to you. Because a lot of people, they always doubt us. But can't nobody take this away.